Hey everybody, welcome. This is Tabitha Jane, and I thought tonight we would do a pick-a-deck. This is an intuitive oracle reading, so take your time, look at the crystal, look at the colors of the cards. What calls to you? What pulls your soul? We're going to pull 3 oracle, or however or many oracle cards pop out according to spirit, and then we'll pull some tarot to help clarify. So, again, this is Tabitha Jane. Welcome to the channel. I'm burning some Palo Santo here to clear the energy. And as you look at the crystals, look at the decks, pause if you need to. But really, truly, the best thing you can do is just whatever pops out, whatever, like 1, 2, 3, what number pops out to you, what color calls to you, what design, you just can't take your eyes off. That's the message. My earlier clearing, there wasn't a lot of energy to clear. That's a good thing. So I'm just going to let this sit over here. So the first deck, remember what this is called. This is a deck I recently picked up. I think it's the fairies. It's fairy oracles. And we've got an amethyst. Amethyst is a crystal of calming, of love, of clarity, purifying. It's a beautiful energy. Just holding it in my hand, I feel the vibration. I mean, it is so lovely. And it's just, I closed my eyes when I was doing all of this, and it's ironic. I mean, the colors, it's just gorgeous. So that's going to be the first reading. The second reading, again, I don't remember the name of these decks. This is, the Lover's Oracle. The imagery on each one of these cards is just gorgeous, and the messages are deep and meaningful. And as I was going through my various oracle decks, the ones I usually use, they weren't vibrating. This vibrated. The ones I chose are the ones that vibrated in my hands. And the crystals that called to me for this particular group is the clear quartz and the tiger's eye. Beautiful energy, and clear quartz always amplifies, magnifies the energy with it. Tiger's eye, I'd have to take a quick look and see, but you can always do that. Those of you who chose deck 3 of the oracle cards, this isn't a deck I call upon very often because I'm still trying to learn it. It is so deep. I mean, you can see the imagery. All the cards are pretty much the same. And if I recall correctly, because I ordered this like 4 months ago, these are Atlantean crystals. Absolutely gorgeous. So again, none of these I chose. They chose themselves. This deck, I might be referring to the book, The Mystical Shaman Oracle, because again, this is very deep, and I'm still learning. So, again, welcome each and every single one of you. Those who like to the channel, those of you who subscribe, thank you. Comments, all of that is a way to help support this channel, to help me to be able to help and reach others. And I mean, I just appreciate you all so, so much. Anyone who donates, no matter how big or small, again, I am incredibly grateful and thankful for it. It adds up. It makes a difference. This is how I get these different decks. Your contributions actually do make a difference. All right. This reading is general, and it is timeless. So understand, when you find this, there's something in here, in a message, that's meant to resonate, to call out to your soul. I have no idea what we're going to get. I have no idea where we're going to go. But I do know Spirit does work through others, and I trust and believe Spirit to use me to be a voice, a guide, to be able to connect with you where you are when you find this. So please understand, that's the purpose of what we're doing here. All right. Those of you who chose the Fairy Oracles, deck 1, Spirit Guides, Angels, Higher Self, messages of guidance and clarity and wisdom for those who need it when they find it, please. What messages of guidance and clarity do you have for them? Oh boy. Wow. And I prefer to do it this way because I don't have a really big space. And as much as I would like to be on camera, I don't have an issue with that at all whatsoever. I still have the space. I want you to see the cards. First is the High Priestess. Trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. And these three fell out in the middle. Queen of Spring, brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Two of Summer. Fulfilling or falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness is the resolution of a problem. Don't give up your relationship that can be healed. Nine of Autumn. Reward yourself for all the hard work. Being happily successful, self-employed. Cherishing your time alone. Believe in yourself. Forgiveness. Cherishing your time alone. Trusting your intuition. I know there are more words, but these are the ones that are popping out to me. So those of you who chose this group, and we're going to go ahead and, what is this last one? The Sun. Plans that work perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Gratitudes for the blessings of life. So those of you who chose this first group, what I'm really strongly hearing, the messages, the words that are popping out to me, the phrases that are popping out to me, there might be others that I read to you that are deep, resonating with you, and that's okay. You take what resonates and what gives value to you, and you release what doesn't. I find it very interesting that we end with a dark purple. We begin with a dark purple, end with a dark purple, and we got the amethyst as the stone. I find that very interesting there. You all saw me shuffle, you saw the cards pop out. And I really feel like this is a lot about going into your higher self, healing, releasing, owning your own inner power, being comfortable with yourself so that you can go out into the world as a healed person and bring to you what it is you truly desire. I'm hearing, I know that sounds like a tall order. It sounds like a lot. But you're very capable and you're very able. Guides wouldn't be calling you in this direction if you weren't. Spirit guides, angels, higher self. No. I'm looking for the right tarot deck. I was looking for the deck that vibrates in my hand. That's the deck to speak to you. Spirit guides, angels, higher self, messages of clarity and wisdom, please, for those who are watching this first oracle reading. When they find it, messages of clarity and wisdom, please. What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? Help guide them and lead them to spirit guides, angels, higher self. Messages, please. Messages of clarity and wisdom, please, for those who need to hear it. What do they need to understand, spirit guides, angels, higher self, when they find this video? What would you have them to know and understand? How can we help them? How can... Messages, please. Messages. Don't ask me why I did what I just did, but that's what I was told to do. High Priestess. This is about trusting your intuition, taking action. Taking action that comes through meditation. Meditation being a walk in the park, a long drive in the country, washing your kitchen cabinets, anything that helps you disengage your active mind so that your higher self can communicate with you. Really, truly, that's a form of meditation. And you can sit in the lotus flower and try. I don't know about you, I got squirrel brain. I mean, like, shiny syndrome is, like, awful for me. And I find if I'm mindlessly doing something where the conscious part of my brain is engaged, I can see, hear, and receive messages better. And that is a form of meditation. And what your higher self wants you to understand is the devil energy, the controlling energy, the manipulative energy, the energy that makes you feel chained and tethered and boxed in, is, oh, okay, I'm hearing, this is the energy of those of you who are watching who this resonates with. This is the energy of your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is trying to keep you boxed. It's trying to keep you safe. It's trying to keep you locked into the known. And what that subconscious, oh dang, What that subconscious energy is actually doing is blocking these messages. It's kind of ironic. See how he's looking down and sad and all that. It's like these messages is messages of passionate new beginnings, of inspiration, of things that are going to light you up on the inside and make you feel fulfilled and driven and wanting to go forward. But it is the subconscious mind right now that is blocking these messages, and these messages are coming from your higher self, trying to help propel you forward, trying to help you achieve the greatness that you deserve. I'm moving some things around. I got a mess to pick up. All right. With these three cards, and what stuck out to me, believe in yourself, don't give up, cherishing your time alone. And I feel like that is going back to that high priestess time, that reflection, that meditation, being secure and confident with who you are and how you are. And when you do that, that's when, you know, the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Seven of Wands in this deck, if I don't know if you can see it very well or not, confident. You might feel attacked because you're stepping out of the box. And this could all be in your own head, by the way. This doesn't have to be external. This could literally be in your own mind, where your subconscious is so insecure because you're stepping out of the box of that little safety zone that your subconscious desperately wants to keep you inside of. But this could also be friends and family, people who know you, and they're like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? This isn't like you. Well, no, because this is you. This is always you. You're always meant to step up and step out. They don't understand. But in this deck, the Seven of Wands, you are confident, you are passionate, you are secure in your knowledge of your own desires. And when you step up and step out, in spite of everybody else raising a ruckus, because they're not going to understand, because you're not doing what's always been done. And that's okay. That's where the Ace of Cups comes in. New emotional fulfillment. Opportunities to really step into your own. Opportunities to have your cup overflowing so that there's so much abundance. You have an unlimited supply to give to others. That's beautiful. I like that. This last card that came out, gratitude for the blessings of life, plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, healing. So through all of this, when you step up into your power, when you step out of the box, yeah, another ace, Ace of Pentacles. So from the Ace of Cups, that emotional overflowing abundance where you can give to others freely, comes the Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings, new physical, tangible, new touchable in this world realizations. Page of Swords, new ideas that are going to spur you into that Page of Pentacles. I don't know what these 4 cards over here were for, but I felt compelled, and I did. 6 of Cups. Past revisiting, not necessarily the past as you've known it in this lifetime. Might be meeting someone who is energetically known to you from the past, but I feel like they're coming forward. When you go through all of this, they're coming forward to offer you to make an offering to you to help propel you forward. Emotionally, mentally, they're going to be like a mentor or a support network, but it's a familiar energy. And again, it may not be someone like you have, like a face from this lifetime, but it's going to be an energetic resonance that they're going to bring you gifts, and those gifts are going to be of emotional and mental support to help you grow as you're going through this transition and change. A Four of Cups. Through this process, as you're growing, as you're learning, as you're stepping outside of the box, be aware there could be a little bit of looking backwards, little bit of dwelling on the past, not even noticing the full cup up here waiting for you. And that, I think, is going to be one of your challenges, is which way are you going to look? Which direction? What do you want? You're given a choice. There's always a choice. There's always an opportunity. I feel like Spirit felt it was necessary to remind you of that. But when you choose that cup, there's the Fool. It's a new beginning. It's a whole new launching forward in a whole new path. And that path is taking you to the Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card, which is a 4, which is about foundation, a strong foundation, a passionate foundation, a whole new beginning. All right, group 1. Those of you who chose the amethyst and the fairies, beautiful deck, by the way. This is your reading. I hope you have found it insightful, helpful, meaningful. Whether it happens now, it's already happened, or it's coming in your near future. When you find this message, understand Spirit doesn't operate on our linear timelines. We do the day-to-day, we do the numbers, we do the calculations. Spirit doesn't care. So, again, I hope that this has been hugely beneficial to you. I wish you all the luck. I think it's awesome and amazing. It looks great. It's just really up to you where it's going to go and how it's going to flow. Good luck to you all. So much love and light and support to you. Thank you all again who would like, support, comment, share, contribute to this channel in any way you do. I appreciate you so much. Hey everybody, group 2. Those of you who chose the gorgeous tiger's eye and the clear quartz, along with the Lover's Oracle deck. First, let me tell you about the crystals that you chose, if that is what called you to this particular reading. The Tiger's Eye properties encourages you to live bodily, fiercely, and bravely in all aspects of your life. When you are looking for a boost of courage to help you overcome fear or take risks in your life, there's no better crystal than the Tiger's Eye. The Tiger's Eye gets its healing properties from a combination of the sun and earth elements. This is what gives it both grounding and inspiring vibrations. Similar to a tiger's stripe, the Tiger's Eye crystal has the appearance to match its powerful energy. I'm skimming. The Tiger's Eye properties also connect to the solar plexus chakra, the third eye chakra in the system of 7. As the energy center that governs personal power and confidence, it helps to clear any imbalance from this chakra, leaving you feel like the most powerful, confident version of yourself. It's also used to attract wealth, to build courage, to help you feel centered and grounded. It's highly motivational and pushes you past boundaries that you have set for yourself in the past. It challenges you to explore the unknown in life, even if it gets uncomfortable. Sometimes known as a shapeshifter, the tiger's eye transforms your perspective. Rather than looking at a situation as scary or intimidating, the tiger's eye teaches you to see every challenge as a step into your power and demonstrate your authority. Courage is a learned behavior, one that takes time and can be difficult to practice. But with your tiger's eye crystal, you can do uncomfortable and conquer more fears. Well, that's an interesting start. And the thing with the clear quartz, and I don't know why these two were combined, but they were, the clear quartz amplifies, magnifies the power of any crystal it is combined with. Those of you who chose this deck, I feel that you're being called to step into your courage, to trust and believe in yourself, to step outside of the box. I know I said that with the first group, but this is what I'm hearing. So spirit, guides, angels, higher self, messages for those watching, please. Messages of guidance and clarity, please, for those watching. When they see this, when they find this video, please, spirit, guides, angels, higher self. What do they need to know? What would you have them to know? What guidance? What wisdom? It's a little bit harder deck to shuffle. Messages, please. Messages, please. Okay, it's time to get messy. Messages, please. Messages. What messages would you have them know? Those who watch this who are looking for guidance. Messages of wisdom and clarity. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. Okay. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. Freedom. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. I do not know why, but this one is also calling out to me. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. I feel like that's important for those of you who chose this group. And I feel like the power of the tiger's eye is stepping out of what you think a relationship should be. Stepping out of what you've been told things should look like. Forgiving the past and allowing yourself to be okay with what your true desires are, whatever that looks like for you. There is no right, there is no wrong. It's what works for you, it's what works for the other person. It's really what works for you. Honest. It either resonates for them or it doesn't. I mean, that's just the sad truth, but that is the truth. You only have your life. They have their life. And it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to own what it is you really desire. And be okay with what it is that you desire, whatever that looks like for you. Those of you who chose group 2, feel like there's a lot about relationships. Having some fun, lightening up, giving each other freedom, accepting, forgiving. These are some big messages. Spirit guides, angels, higher self, any other messages, clarity, wisdom for those who are watching. Messages of clarity and wisdom, thank you. Messages of clarity and wisdom, please, spirit guides, angels, higher self. Those who are watching this message, when they receive it, what do they need to know? Spirit guides, angels, higher self, please. What messages, what guidance, what clarity, what wisdom do you have for them, please? Oh, we're just flipping cards left and right. It's too big. But Spirit has her own way of shuffling the deck as well. And if they're meant to come out, they will. Messages of wisdom and guidance and clarity for those who chose this message. Please, Spirit, guides, angels, and yourself. Nothing's popping out, and I'm feeling called to cut the deck. The bottom of this deck was about forgiveness. The bottom of this deck is about the Seven of Roses. Courage. And that kind of interesting and ironic when we were talking about courage with the tiger's eye. Having the courage to speak your truth. Having the courage to own what it is you truly desire and be okay with it. It may not be the status quo. It may not be the standard Americanized or whatever culture you are. It may not be what everybody else thinks. It doesn't matter. You have to have the courage to step up and step forward, step into your own power, own what it is you want, and understand this is a new day, this is a new era, this is a new world. You make what you want it to be. So let the closest between you, let there always be closest between you, but give each other space. Love never complains, it simply allows and it gives. Well, the card that fell out under that is the Lovers. So, I feel like there's deep love and there's a deep attraction. But I feel like there's a bit of a disconnect. The Two of Roses, crossroads, making a decision, Three of Shells, celebration. I don't know why I'm getting this energy so strong for those of you watching this. You do love deeply, but you desire something a little bit different than the traditional route. What we were taught, you get married and you have 2.5 children and 1.3 dogs and, live in a house in the suburbs and da 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 da. You desire something different. It is finding the courage and the strength, forgiving yourself, and really going for what you want. The Four of Gems. Possessiveness. Being protective of yourself, and that's fair. Your desires are relevant. Your desires are true. They are valid. Whatever they look like. Someone who loves you, who respects you, who values you, will appreciate your honesty. So when you step out of this place of self-preservation and speak it, own it to even just yourself, what it is you really truly desire in this life, what will truly make you feel happy and fulfilled. That's where the Fool pops out. It's a whole new beginning. It's a whole new journey, a whole new experience. And there's the Five of Shells. Disappointment. Some people are not going to understand. You're going to have to be okay with that. Do you understand everything everybody else wants? Probably not. And again, for the vast majority of us, our programming has been we're supposed to live, get married and be married for 50 or 60 years and have 2.5 children and 1.6 dogs or whatever. That's been the status quo. Those of who expect that of you, yeah, they're going to be a little bit disappointed. They're going to be a little bit let down. But this is your beginning. This is your life. This is your future, your opportunity. And part of growth is some people are just going to be disappointed. With the freedom, nothing's stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Well, we've got the Empress. Abundance, birthing new possibilities, experiencing all the lushness and the vitality. And guess who came out underneath that was the Emperor. Power. So, not only do you have the creativity, the birthing, the abundance, the just like the manifestations of everything you desire, but you got the power to make it happen. You do. The power is in you. You are your own power couple. And the Ten of Wings. It's taking flight. Yes, there's going to be some challenges. Because you can't be the Emperor and the Empress. You can't rule over everyone in the whole kingdom when you've been living your life by everybody else's rules. So yes, there's going to be some challenges. But, again, it's going to take some courage. it's going to take forgiveness of others, forgiveness of the past, forgiveness of yourself, in order to step into that freedom, so that you can have the playfulness, so that you can have that life, the tiger's eye, the courage, the strength, the grounding of the sun, the grounding of the earth, the combining of the two. And that's why I feel like the crystal, the clear quartz came out for you, is to amplify your strength and your courage, to support you 100% as you're going through this transitional process. Your spirits, your guides, your angels, they want you to know you are supported, that you are not alone on this journey. They are with you. They see, they recognize, they understand all of the ish. But they also see the bigger picture, and they know if you can get through the ish, you're going to be the Emperor-Empress combination. You're going to be the Fool jumping into that new life. You're going to have abundance, and the lovers, those who truly love you, will be by your side, irregardless. It's nothing stopping. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. There you go. Those of you who chose deck 2, I hope this was valuable, meaningful, insightful. I hope it gave you support and the clarity and encouragement to own your own inner truth without regrets. Because there is no right or wrong. The only right or wrong out there is what people say there is. And if you allow them to color who you are, then you're not stepping into your own power, and you're denying yourself that freedom. Step into your courage, my loves. Your guides, your angels, your higher self, they're there with you 100. Alright, my dears. Thank you again for your support, for your likes, for your comments, for your feedback. I'd love to hear how this works out for you if it resonates. Thank you. Well, hey everybody, those of you who chose the third deck, we are going to get into the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and these gorgeous crystals that you chose, if these were what attracted you. I don't even know how to say, like, when I hold them, the energy is so intense. I haven't worked with them, but let me read to you a little bit about what they are. They are Lemurian seed crystals, and they have said to have been planted by the Lemurians for their knowledge to be uncovered when future generations needed it. Working with these crystals reveals unity, consciousness, and reminds us of our oneness to all of creation, and embodies divine feminine energy. And I'm telling y'all, from the time I received them, every time I hold them, it is so, the vibrations, the energy, it is incredibly intense. Let me share a little bit more with you. They are useful for personal healing, meditation, intuitive, and energy work. They have distinct horizontal striations, sometimes called barcodes. This one in particular, I don't know if y'all can see. can see the lines, like it's not etched, it's under the surface, you know. It just, I love the coloring, but it's more than that, the energy, the feeling. And when I hold them together, this one has some, but again, it's just not like on the surface. It's like they're different. They're different from all the other crystals I've ever held. I mean, I will be honest with you on that. It is interesting that they fell with these oracle cards, because I closed my eyes and mixed in all the crystals in my hands, and I let what fall where it fell. This is a very intense deck, so I expect this reading to be pretty powerful, but we'll see. According to my research, the marks that you find on the crystal surface work as coding, much like today's barcodes, only with Lemurian seed crystals it's a spiritual code. Unlike the quartz crystals, Lemurian seed crystals do not need to be programmed. Instead, they need to be activated. This occurs when your vibration matches the vibration of the crystal, so that the energy exchange can occur and be assimilated by your consciousness. So those of you who chose these crystals, chose this deck, that's where we are going. So let's see. Forgive the noise in the background. That's my 81-year-old father yelling at the TV. Spirit guides, angels, higher self, messages. For those watching this, messages that they need to receive in here, please. Messages of guidance and clarity and wisdom. Messages of guidance and clarity and wisdom for those watching this when they need to receive it. Please, Spirit guides, angels, higher self. Time Master. Interesting. Messages, please, Spirit guides, angels. Hey. Messages, please. For those watching when they need to receive this, please. Messages, please. Messages of guidance and clarity and wisdom, please. The drum. Taming the wind. Okay, remember I told you guys this is a little bit more of an intense deck. I'm going to read these to you because it is very deep, very meaningful. The Time Master, 57. Time is a construct of the human mind through which life events are seen to flow in a straight line from past to future. This, however, is an illusion. Time moves in patterns, fractals, sometimes turning like a wheel, and others moving straight as an arrow. Humans see time like a ticking clock, and this image reminds us that there is only so much of it to spend in a life, like a kind of currency. At any given moment, you can see time in all of its infinite potential, at once vast and all-encompassing, then shrunken and finite. It all depends on perspective. The invitation. When the Time Master visits you, he asks a most important question. Will you break free from limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclic quality of time? You find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you're able to influence the past, thus changing the present and future simultaneously. This is the true test of the Time Master. You're being invited to take back your power. So let go of the past and choose to step into your life. In this moment, you are all powerful. You are the Time Master, and anything is possible now. The medicine. Sometimes it appears that you are running out of time. You worry you won't get what you need or want. Everything gets stuck like a logjam. This is only in your mind. Time expands and contracts according to your ability to be mindful and observant. Fully engaged in your now, it's time to release the story of your past. Equally, it's time to release your need to know the details of the future. All the treasure magically reveals itself when you remain relaxed and present to what is directly in front of you and nothing else. Then you realize you have all the time in the world. You never run out of it. Interesting, because that's one of the things I always share when I start, is that our perspective of time is linear, and Spirit's perspective of time isn't. It's expansive. It's interesting, though, we can pull that expansiveness into our reality. I like that. The drum. The essence, the rhythm of the drum tunes you to the beating heart of the universe. Its wood frame links you to the trees and helps you journey to the lower world via the roots and the upper world through its branches. The drum skin gives the shaman the powers of the animal kingdom. Striking the drum calls forth the power of the thunder and the rumbling of the earthquake. The drum invites a trance state where healing and prophecy happen. Invitations. The drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you, supporting effortless action. This is not a time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you want to go once you jump in. Collect your power tools and summon your courage, because it is going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life. The medicine. You travel to the beat of a different drum. It's time to acknowledge you do not fit in a mold or role or relationship that is not in tune with you. Find your rhythm. Respond to the heartbeat of the distant drum. The price you pay for lingering becomes higher with each passing day. Now is the time to move on. Retaining the wind. Told you this is going to be a deeper reading. The essence. Here the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies for smudging, reminds you of the sacred commitment you make to your life. This is a symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and an acknowledgement of higher planes of existence that influence and animate all life. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good for all. The invitation. It's time to clear your energy, be present, and become conscious of how you communicate. This is a good time to write in a journal, put your thoughts into cohesive form. Perhaps you need to actually do a smudging ceremony in your home or office, creating a sacred space to write about your dreams and desires. Just remember that when Taming the Wind appears as a symbol, it is time to honor the Great Spirit with reverence and respect. Medicine. It's time to clean up any misunderstandings with others, clear the air after disagreements, and allow others to share their side of things. You are called now to be a good listener. This is not a time to be right. It's a time for you to understand rather than be understood. Good things come out of this restraint of tongue and pen. You will be surprised at how things get revealed when you allow for all sides to have value. The Time Master, taking charge of your time. Realizing time isn't linear and you literally have the power to change time as it is perceived. The drum, walk to the beat of your own drum. Allow your drum beat, your uniqueness, your heartbeat, the beat of your heart. That is our drum, our heartbeat. To ground you, to connect you deep into Mother Earth, but to expand you into higher consciousness. Where you receive and hear are grounded and make changes in time. You're here to tame the wind, to heal, release, through healing and releasing your own. You help guide others to heal and release. And this is what I hear. Okay, let's pull some tarot. Codes. Energy codes. Divine feminine. Divine feminine doesn't mean female, like, we like time. We don't. Time on a ticking clock is irrelevant. Male and female is irrelevant. Feminine energy is that of nurturing, of birthing, of fertility, of creativity, inspiration, intuition. Those of you who chose this reading, you're birthing, male or female, you are unlocking codes within yourself to help you transcend, to help you grow, to help you create, to help you expand. Spirit guides, angels, higher self, messages for those watching this reading at this time. Messages of clarity and wisdom and insight, please. Thank you, Spirit. Messages of clarity and insight and wisdom for those watching this video when they find it. Messages of clarity, wisdom, and insight, please, Spirit guides, angels, higher self, for those watching this video. What would you have them to know, please? Messages, please. Oh. Cards flying everywhere. Spirit's got a lot to say to you all. We'll see. Messages, please, Spirit guides, angels, higher self. I knocked that out. If it's meant to come out, it'll come out. Get messages, please. Messages, please, Spirit guides, angels, higher self. What would you have those watching this video? Those who see this message, please, Spirit guides, angels, higher self. What would you have them to know? No, we can't do all that. But thank you. I'm going to flip these back around. They'll pop out if they're meant to. Any other messages, Spirit guides, angels, higher self, please? Anything else you would like to share? Okay. Wow. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 4 seasons. We have fall, winter, summer, and spring. It is a changing of a cycle. Let's see what the cards say. The 9 of Pentacles and the Magician. Under the Time Master, as you realize and understand and accept that time is not linear as we think it, and that you have the ability to work with time, to expand time, to contract time, to heal, release and let go, forgive. You step into your own inner power, you step into your own abundance, to your own confidence, your own security. You are not dependent on anyone else. You don't need anybody else. If somebody's involved in your life, it's because you want them to be involved in your life. And I feel like you expect the same in return. They want you because they enjoy you, not because they need you. Codependency, narcissism, all of that is a thing of the past. And this is what you've been working on manifesting. You've been calling the elements. You have all the tools, you have all the resources. You're stepping into your power. You're realizing You're realizing your power. You are claiming ownership of your abundance. And it's so interesting that in this particular deck on the Nine of Pentacles, do you see how the pentacles are inscribed in the stones here? And if you recall, when we were talking about the Lemurian stone seeds, they were talking about codes being embedded, activated. They're inscribed within the seeds. And I feel like this is an activation with you. It's inscribed within you and it's being activated. It's not, how do I say it? As you come into acceptance and you realize and you take ownership and allow these things, there's activation within you. It's powerful. Its energy is so crazy. Beating the drum, walking to the beat of your own drum, realizing your own uniqueness, accepting what is calling to you and being okay with it despite what others perceive or claim to be how things should be. It's the Three of Pentacles. It's abundance. When you step into your own power, and you step into your own power in a glorious, magical, confident, independent way, I believe people, they're going to accept you. They're going to work with you. They're going to respect you. It's the wishy-washy, the hemming and hawing. Well, you know, and you're not in your own power when you're trying to do what other people want. You're trying to live inside their box. Their box is their box. I feel like your spirit's calling you to break out of the box. Walk to the beat of your own drum. Listen to the beat of your heart. Follow your passion. Because when you do that, that's when you get the Ten of Cups. That's when it is the emotional fulfillment, the emotional abundance. It is the greatest of emotional celebrations. This is where Spirit's taking you. Taming of the wind. I'm hearing watching for the feathers. The Nine of Wands. Might be a little bit of defensiveness. Because you're stepping into your power. You're stepping into your passion. People aren't necessarily going to understand that. When you start going into your own independence, allowing transformation, calling on the elements that what you know within you, manifesting and creating this ability to walk to the beat of your own drum, calling people like, who does that? There are going to be certain people who don't understand, and maybe there's going to be a little bit of defensiveness. I don't really think it's going to be on your part, because when you're doing these things, you're kind of zen. You're just like, this is who I am, this is how I am. This is how I've always been. I just didn't necessarily show it. But I've changed time. I now walk to the beat of my own drum. I've healed and released the past. I'm going with the flow. I'm moving forward. I'm stepping into my own. So they might not necessarily understand, but I feel like your guides are telling you that it's okay. Because you're the King of Wands. Confident, secure, strong in your passion, in your beliefs, in what's coming your direction. And I feel like this is where the Wheel of Fortune not sure where this came from. 6 of Cups. I feel like as you make this transition, people from the past, they're going to come forward to work with you. Because those who valued you, those who respected you, those who cared about you all along, they always knew. Maybe not consciously, but intuitively, they always knew And as you step into this truth of yourself, they're going to come forward and be supportive of you. And those who don't, that's where the Wheel of Fortune comes into play. High Priestess. You're ending a cycle of allowing the past to have power over you. Shifting your perspective, shifting your concept of time, of reality, of what's possible, awakening, allowing the codes to activate within you so that your higher self, spirit, God, whatever you refer to, can communicate with you, educate you, help you end the past cycle that wasn't serving you. Moving you towards a place of security, fulfillment, stability. 11:11. 4. Foundation. So I feel like for those of you who embrace this, there are great changes coming. There might be some challenges. They might be a little bit awkward, but I think they're going to be minimal, actually. I just think it's going to be like maybe people like old childhood friends, maybe older family members. People don't necessarily understand. They're used to you being a certain way, and as you transition and as you make these changes and as you grow through this process, it might be a little bit confusing to them, but I do feel like they are going to come around because they're going to see that the cycle, the changes, so much abundance, so much goodness, so much. I mean, like, everything is so good here. And I would say, too, with the taming of the wind, watch for feathers. I feel like feathers are going to be, feathers, birds, things of that nature. They're going to be messages from your angels, from spirit, encouraging you, confirming. I don't care what kind of feather it is. I don't care what kind of bird it is. When you see them, give thanks, acknowledge. They're confirming you. They're validating you. You're doing the work. You're on the right path. You're on your journey. All right. Well, that was longer, but I hope it was helpful and beneficial. Again, I appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope that this has resonated, whether it is now, in the past, in the future. I hope that you found meaning and value in all of this. Thank you once again to all who like, subscribe, support. Your help helps me to help others. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. This is how I get the decks. This is how I build the channel. This is how I reach others. This is how I do the things. All right, guys. Hope you have an amazing, incredible weekend. Love to hear your feedback and your thoughts on all of these or any of these. And I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.